Hello, this video will teach you how to make a watermelon inspired paper flower. So it looks like a watermelon slice using template 5 mini flower. And we're using the center from either the daisy mini flower or the sunflower mini flower. So either or, you'll just resize the center. Okay, so you're going to cut everything according to the sizes listed in the description. And our base was gonna be like a darker pink red color, whichever you choose. I chose like a pink berry color, and this is from Hobby Lobby. This was 12 by 12, and it's sold individually. And then what you do is you cut apart, you're gonna cut one darker green, and we're gonna cut it apart, and you're gonna cut a lighter green for the next layer, and then a white as well. And again, all according to the instructions in the description. So these I had used on another file. So we're gonna do 3 and 2 per layer. So we're gonna glue these on. So we just wanna make sure they're matched up perfectly before you glue. Okay, and now we're going to use our craft glue. I'm using Barely Arts craft glue. Okay, and now we're going to glue them on. So I'm just going to flip it towards me and add my hot glue. And again, I like to flip it towards myself just so it keeps it lined up with the petal. So you don't have to cut apart each individual. You can cut them off in the 3 and the 2 because you don't see the base. Okay, so the 3 will go on the bottom as our first layer. The second one will go on top. So I'm just going to keep them lined up. We're going to go to our next 2. So it'll be 2 more pink ones, and it's going to be 1/4 of an inch smaller. Again, the sizes are in the description. Oh, they're tangled. And now we're going to take our green ones, and like I said, these were cut apart from earlier. So we want to make sure I get them lined up perfectly before you glue. Okay, so then again, I flip it towards myself. And flip towards you. And we're just adding our glue to the backs of them. Again, then it'll be 3 petals of the light green and 2. So my greens are from the feathered green pack from Recollections, and the pink again was from Hobby Lobby. Next 2 sizes, so this is 1/4 of an inch smaller than our previous size. I cut apart the white petal. So again, 2 and 1 are going on. So I need to match them up. Look at that one was perfect. So I normally do this before I cut them, but didn't work out this time. Flip it towards me. Add your glue. Oh, now my nozzles. So I've unclogged my nozzle. Well, now I got too much glue. Okay, again, we're just gluing 3 petals on, 3 and 2 on the pink ones as the base. Now we do the 3 and then the 2. I just need to wipe my hand. And then the last 3 are just solid pink. So then the next step you're going to do is on all the pink petals, including these 3 solid ones, you're going to add a watermelon seed. So I like to, you can do them individually like that. I just add some glue to a sheet of paper. And this one I'm just using another glue I have on hand that comes out in bigger servings, so I don't have to take off my tip. And then I just dip it in. You can use like the precision tip. And for the bottom ones, I usually add 2 for the dark green and the light green, just because you can see them a little bit more around the edge. So just randomly place them on there. And again, you can, if you have Bearly Arts and you have the different tips, you can go ahead and switch it to the smaller one to glue these on. Instead of gluing these, you can also use a marker. So if you don't have the patience to do it this way, feel free to draw them on with a marker. Okay, so then these are just going to dry, and I just put them back in order. So again, it's every single pink one. Gets a seed, randomly placed, and I do 2 of them on my larger ones. So the dark green and then the light green ones that have those on there. For the first 4 layers. The rest of them, I just do 1, and then it's every single pink petal gets watermelon seed. And again, it's up to your discretion where you place them. I don't place them too far down just because you don't see it when you're looking at it. And I'm just using tweezers just to hold it and dip it in the glue. So cute. So again, we're placing it in order. Our 3 will be our first layer, our 2, and then it'll go to 3. And again, this layer is the last layer that I'll put 2 on, then the rest of them will just get 1 seed per petal for the rest of them, because it gets a tighter, because it's pretty full center. So I'm just going to continue to add these, and you can add yours. Watermelon seeds are glued onto our flower. We're going to roll the petals. So I like to take them, I flip them over again so it's by size. And I'm going to use a 1/2-inch dowel rod just for these larger ones. So place your dowel rod down in the middle of the petal, thumb on top, index finger underneath. So it's holding the dowel rod in place. Take your other hand, bend up the petal around the dowel rod and roll it along your index finger. Dowel rod down, thumb on top, index finger underneath, pinch it up and roll. Pinch it up and roll. Okay, we're going to take our next two, which are also the same size, so it makes it easy. We're going to go down a size in dowel rod. And we're going to do the same technique, pinch it up and roll. And then our next two. And sometimes I glue them after I roll them. It's up to you, the order. I've done it both ways. So now we're doing one at a time because our petals are all different sizes, the rest of them. I'm going to switch to a smaller one. Make sure your seeds are facing up when you're rolling. So again, down in the middle of the petal, thumb on top, index finger underneath, pinch it up and roll. Pinch it up and roll. We don't want these super curled just because we have a lot of petals. Okay, so now our petals are all assembled. So what we can do is we're going to start assembling it and then we'll come back to our center. We're going to take our flower shaping mat and I'm going to flip my pile over and we're going to start with the bottom two. So your first layer is going to be the 3 green, so you want to keep them on the bottom. And then the next one will be the 2 green. So we're going to take our metal ball stylus, so they come in a pack of 4 with 1 on either end. So if you do need any tools, I have them in my Etsy shop and along with the flower shaping mat. Now yours will be a little, it's 8 by 10. So we're going to take the metal ball stylus and we're just going to roll right where the petals meet the base, just a little bit to lift them up. We're going to flip it over. We're going to add some hot glue. So I use the AdTech Precision Pro glue gun. It has a smaller nozzle tip and Gorilla Glue. Okay, so keep your 3 green on the bottom. We're going to place the 2 green in between, or this one's going right here. So just come directly down from the top, right in the center. And then you can roll the edge there to make sure the petals adhere. Oh, so cute. Okay, we're going to take our next one, which should be our 3 light green petals. My seed was sticking. We're going to roll the petals. Add some hot glue. So we want to make sure the 2 red ones are going in between here, and then my light green are going in between the darker green. So come directly down from the top and press. And the glue will dry clear. It's just in the process of drying yet. Then we roll our next center right around the circle where the petals meet, and it lifts them right up. Okay, so now we're doing the one with the 2. So the 2 green are going in between the 2 green here, and my middle pink red is going right here in the center. So again, you come directly down from the top, and these 2 are again the same size, and then just press. And you can roll the center to make sure it adheres. I'm getting off center. Just make sure you're coming down. I'm not standing directly over top, so it's a little hard. So now we're going to take our 3 white, roll the center, and my 2 pink red are going in between the previous layer's petals. And what you can do, you can start to fold them up, one in front of the other, if it helps for placement. Just come directly down in the center. Okay, take your next 2, roll the petals right around the edge. Add some hot glue. And we can fold them up, one in front of the other. We're going to place this one in between these 2 petals, so come directly down from the top and press. And use that metal ball stylus to make sure it adheres. Because in the bottom half we have 2 layers of petals. So then you can just open it up a little bit. That's why you don't want them curled so much. Okay, now we're going to do our pink, solid pink, red. Roll it. Again, you can fold them up, one in front of the other. Add a little bit of hot glue, and then remember, look for your petal. And now you're going to place it in between. Since it's all pink, we don't have to worry so much. And then roll your center. Okay, now we're going to leave our last 2 set aside, and now we're going to take our centers. So I cut 3 of them in the same color, and if they don't cut perfectly, because my mat was not clean, so Don't waste them. Use the centers. Line them up as best you can. Take your bone folder and just curl it. Oops. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Keep hold of them. You just want to curl them under a little bit. You can use scissors or like your scraping tool will work as well. So now we're going to take one at a time. So if you don't have a Cricut machine, you can cut a rectangle, a Cricut or Silhouette or Brother, whichever cutting machine, and fringe it very, very thinly, close together. So I'm going to take a slotting quilling tool and just going to roll it towards me just a little bit, add some hot glue. And roll. Once you finish one, we're going to add glue to the next one at the end. I go right kind of where it ended off with my last one and then roll it around and roll it towards you. Now you can use any center you want. This is just what I happen to use. It filled it up nicely, the pink area. So we look for where we ended and then we just glue it down and roll it towards you. Again, we didn't worry about that. A couple of them ripped off when I pulled it off the mat. We can hide those. Okay, pull it off your slotted quilling tool. And now I like to, so you can see it's curved in already, but we're just going to press it down from the top. So it's giving it like a little bulb or a crown shape. And now we're going to take our second large, or I'm sorry, we're going to work from the center out. So take your smallest one, roll the center to lift the petals. We're going to add glue to our bottom. So all over the bottom. Place it right in the center there. And now we're just going to fold up so you can see. Fold up and around. Now we're going to roll our second smallest right around where the petals meet the base. Add our hot glue. Look for a petal and place it in between. So now I'm just going to fold up and around, one in front of the other. Just like that. And this is going to allow me to place it in the center there. Add some hot glue. Look for a petal and place it in between. So look, and we're going to place it in between. And then press down. And then what you can do is you can fan it out a little. So remember, this is a watermelon slice where we chopped it off, so we only have like the outer shell of the watermelon on the bottom. And here's our top part where we would bite off. The last thing I do is add 2 seeds to the top. You can use your craft glue or don't watch. I'm going to use hot glue. Just be very careful. Just randomly place it. And there you have your watermelon slice. Now the alternative to this is, instead of cutting the petals, is using solid layers for your green. So if you wanted a whole watermelon look, like you sliced it in half. So this is almost like a quarter where you cut off your piece that you're eating. This one is full green layers. So 2 full green at the largest size, 2 light green, and 1 white, and then the same as the white size, I did a pink, and then the 3 smaller like we did here. And then I used the same exact centers, and you just use the watermelon seeds on all the pink. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And again, this is a watermelon inspired flower using Template 5 mini flower. Thanks for watching.